Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the time is where you may be. Welcome to this short video presentation. My name is Sebastian Brook. I'm an Associate Professor in the Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering. Today's talk will be covering our English for Engineers program. Please watch the video as many times as you like or need, and you can use it for some self-English study also. Here's an outline of today's talk. First, I'll be talking about engineering in a global context. A little bit about Kogakwen's Mechanical Science and Engineering department. TOEIC scores. What are they? Why they are important? Then I will introduce our engineering English classes to you and what they cover, and give you some information about what an engineering English class is like. Finally, I will touch on some study abroad options, including virtual options this year, and then some final thoughts. So first, Professor Wolf in 2004, a long time ago, but even then there was talk about global focus in engineering. And he said in the future, understanding other cultures, speaking other languages, and communicating with people from marketing and finance will be just as fundamental to the practice of engineering as physics and calculus. Now again, for more than 15 years, the American Society of Engineering Education has been telling us engineering programs must educate their students to work as part of teams, communicate well, and understand the economic, social, environmental, and international context of their professional activities. So why a global engineering approach, and what does it mean? Well, the international organization Global Hub put this short video together that I'm going to play for you now. Today, more than ever, we work in teams, and international teams. Take the example of the famous Boeing 787 Dreamliner aircraft, seen here in ANA colours and in the colours of my home country, New Zealand. But let's look more closely at what kind of teamwork goes into making the 787 aircraft. As we can see here, a variety of countries around the world, cities and companies, all work together to create this one product, the Boeing 787. Now that's an international example, but Japanese companies are also operating globally, with some Japanese companies operating in more than 160 countries around the world. That's why the School of Advanced Engineering's Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering puts an emphasis on a range of skills in educating engineers. Here we can see the different factors that combine together to support students to become global engineers. Now, my focus is on the internationality and communication skills areas. And why are these important? Well, let's look at some TOEIC scores from countries around the world. And these scores are 2013, but you can see the problem is Japan as a country is ranked near the bottom of the table. Let's move forward to 2018, and very little has changed. Japan's TOEIC score ranking is still at the bottom of the table. Now, this is why we put a focus on English education and improving our students' communication and language abilities in our program. Here you can see the TOEIC scores for our department students upon entry and upon graduation. And we work hard to improve the language and communication abilities of our students. Now, how do we support these language and communication skills in the department? And here is an overview of our English for Engineers program. Now, these courses are all separate to and extra from the courses in general education. In first year, we have 2 classes, compulsory classes, with a required TOEIC test. In the second year, we have 2 semesters, seminar classes, with the possibility of a hybrid study abroad program. Moving to third year, we have 2 semesters available on our Shinjuku campus, and in our third year, we have our study abroad option, which this year is a virtual option. But usually the study abroad period is from January to March. Another unique factor of our program is our teaching staff. All English teachers in the Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering are highly experienced, native English speaker university teachers. Now, what do we cover in our English for Engineers courses? Our first year course covers all the common European framework levels A1 and A2, and by the end of third year, levels A1, A2, and B1. Now, the Common European Framework is an international European standard for language education. A1, beginner's level. A2, pre-intermediate, moving to B1, intermediate level of language ability. Now, just to give you 2 examples of the textbooks we use and what topics they cover. In our first year course, we use a general technology textbook, but by the third year, we are using a focused engineering textbook, both from Oxford University Press. In our first year program, we use a general technology textbook, and I'm just going to show you some of the topics that we cover in that textbook. Topics such as technology and society, design, technology and sport, medical technology, information technology, and the future of technology. So what are our English classes for engineers like? These are 4-skill English classes covering general and engineering English. Speaking, listening, reading and writing are all covered, and we also include discussions, presentations, group work, leadership work. Now, a large focus in our classes is training students to be discussion leaders and team communication members, by students selecting their own discussion topics and leading discussions in small groups. Sometimes these topics may be short video introductions of new technologies. Student will introduce the topic, show a short video to a group, then lead a discussion with some questions about the technology. We also believe strongly in supporting our students in study abroad options. As a report in 2007 indicated, engineering students need to have foundational work in languages, cultural differences, and strategies for working with diverse colleagues. Historically, only about 3% to 4% of engineering students pursue study abroad opportunities. Clearly, new and innovative programs must be devised to build global competency in undergraduate engineers. Our university has a large network of international relationships around the world. Our department has study abroad agreements with a range of universities in different countries, including Korea, Australia, America, France, and Portugal. Our focus recently has been on Europe and the United States, mainly Portugal in Europe, with the very fine Institute of Superior Technology, and in Los Angeles and Las Vegas in the United States, Harvey Mudd College, for example, is the top-ranked engineering college in America. Now, I want to finish with some famous ideas and words about engineering in English for you to study and understand. Now, first, Professor Howard Wakeland said, "International competitiveness requires cultural awareness, international experience, and language skills. In this age of global technical competitiveness, engineering educators owe it to their students and to the nation to help them become not only good engineers, but also potential world leaders. Engineers, communicators, leaders." The very famous British engineer Sir William Halcrow said, "The well-being of the world largely depends upon the work of the engineer. There is a great future and unlimited scope for the profession. New works of all kinds are and will be required in every country. Imagination is necessary, as well as scientific knowledge." And then finally, and maybe most importantly, the American Society for Engineering Education, James Kip Finch, said, "The engineer has been and is a maker of history." That is what we in the Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering believe about our students. Thank you for listening to and watching this short presentation. Please watch it as many times as you like or need, and we hope to see you here in the Department of Mechanical Science and Engineering soon. Thank you.